Hello, everybody. Welcome to another live stream. Looking for my Florida water here. Giving everybody a second to hop on as usual. I can't find it. I think I hid it somewhere because my son was playing with it. So we're just going to do an etheric cleansing of the hands here. Maybe hold my beautiful cleansing crystals here, my Eureka Springs crystals. Make sure that you hop on in the chat when you get here and say hello. And of course, don't forget to like the live stream. We're going to be talking about the Leap Day portal today and feeling into these energies. This is such a powerful energetic space that we have entered. And I mean, I can feel it's like the waves of energy cascading through my eardrums right now. It is so intense, so powerful. Yesterday, we had the triple conjunction of Saturn, the Sun, and Mercury in the sign of Pisces, really opening up this energy for us, bringing together the mind energy, the power of the mind energy, especially when we tap into that higher consciousness, that collective consciousness, right? With the Pisces energy, compounded with Saturn, which is about the actions that we take. It's about this physical world and how it is that we bring and bridge that spiritual into the physical, remembering and understanding that we are spiritual beings having a human experience. That is very much the energy of Saturn in Pisces. So really, really powerful stuff, aligning our will, aligning our minds, aligning our actions with that higher consciousness and what it is that we're wanting to create with our soul's journey and our soul's blueprint, and that energy really opening up for us right now in a big way. And then of course, Leap Day, which happens every 4 years, right? We get this opportunity, this day out of time, so to speak. Some call it the time traveler's portal. And it's not just for beings moving in and out of this dimension. This energy is really about us moving through timelines and aligning with that highest timeline, that highest reality that we want to be living. So really think today, are the choices that I am making in alignment with the life that I want to be living, with the version of me that I am ready to embrace? Are the things that I'm thinking, the words that I'm speaking, really get into this energy, use this to visualize, use this to create, use this to align very powerfully. Hello, Gateway to Angels. Hello, Robin. Hello, Dee. I had to do a live stream today because this is all about the energy that I'm stepping into and what it is that I'm creating for myself, right? And I am very much embracing this timeline of being full-time on YouTube. Yes, hello TikTok as well. On TikTok, if it's in the cards, on YouTube. Bringing my passion, bringing my purpose to the world, and serving the collective in a way that also serves me and helps me to expand exponentially as well. So I made a really, hello Tara, by the way, I see you there. I made a really powerful commitment to myself today. I invested in myself, in my own learning, in my own growth. And it was a bit of a sizable investment for me. So that was a really powerful way of me stepping into and embracing this timeline by saying, yes, I am worth the time and the energy and the money. Yes, the money. My path is worth that. I am that committed to my path and to serving the collective in the way that I am serving it currently and in the ways that I'm ready to grow into. All right. So big stuff. I hope we are everybody is making those big choices and decisions and leaps in their own lives, so to speak. And it doesn't have to be something so outwardly big as that. The little things are big too. All right. So in what little ways are you embracing your path? Are you embracing your purpose? Are you allowing yourself to shine your light, to be seen, to be known, to be heard? That is the energy, right? We are setting a template here. And we are, like we said, getting that opportunity to really shift dynamically into the timeline of our choosing. And we can always do this, right? But when we have portals and energies like today, it makes it that much easier and that much, it's like, it can happen like that, you guys. Let's see. Oh yeah, like I said, I had to go live today. Had to do it. I can't wait to see what comes through for us in the cards and the energies. Hello, everyone on TikTok as well. It's beautiful to see you there. And anybody who misses anything on TikTok, just know the entire live stream is always available on YouTube afterwards. It's all held there for everybody's viewing enjoyment. Hello, Ty. Yeah, the other day out of time. Exactly. I was thinking that when I was saying that, because in the galactic calendar, the day out of time is July 25th, right? That's the day before the Galactic New Year on the 26th. And they call that the day out of time. So this is like that's the day out of time that we get every year. And this is the day out of time that we get every 4 years, right? And what does 4 represent? 4 represents stability. It represents foundations. It represents structures. So this is that day where we have a powerful opportunity to shift those foundations, those structures. The literal structuring of our reality is so malleable right now, you guys. So what are the statements that you are declaring for yourself, right? Pay a special attention to those. I am, right? What are you? Who are you? What are you building towards? I am powerful. I am magnetic. I am charismatic. I am abundant, right? I am sovereign. I am God. I am sovereign. I am free. All right. These are the statements that we want to be making. I have all the resources that I need at my disposal. I am a magnet for abundance and opportunity, and I embrace them with ease and grace. Really working with these affirmations, they can be so incredibly powerful right now. Hello, Michael. So let me know how you guys are doing. How are you feeling this energy? Robin says it's amazing right now. It really is, right? There's so much, it has this kinetic feel to it. You can really just like sense it and move. And like, if you allow yourself, move with it and be moved by it. All right. But we remember, we are the directors. We are the creators. This portal really wants us to know and understand that. So in what direction are you creating? In what direction are you moving these energies? Unstuck. Absolutely. I love that. I love that energy of getting unstuck. That's what this is all about, you guys. It's understanding. It's like getting those realizations too, I'm feeling, that help us to understand why it is that we're allowing ourselves to be stuck in the first place, right? What was that glue? What did that glue that we felt was keeping us stuck consist of? It's like getting down to the core of that, the belief systems, the fears, the traumas, all of that. It's like we have a real window through that. Absolutely, Tara, fear. There's a big energy there of like really moving through and walking through our fears. And remember, the Pisces energy dissolves, right? This is the sign that is ruled by Neptune. It rules that 12th house, and the 12th house is known by some as the house of our undoing, right? And so it's like letting go of that, letting go of these habits that keep us stuck. That was a big focus with that energy on 224. I'm already jumping into April. April's going to be fucking huge, you guys. 42424. Right? Or 22, geez, there I go again. 22424, when we had that full moon in Virgo, is releasing those habits, those self-defeating, self-sabotaging habits and patterns. And so really getting to the core of that fear, seeing that fear, looking that fear in the eye and saying, okay, I see you. I acknowledge you. I accept you as far as I accept your presence. However, I'm not going to allow you to dictate what I do from here. I'm pushing. It's like having that courage, right, to move through those fears, to walk through those fears. Because everything we ever do that has meaning, and that's a very broad statement, I guess, but the majority of the things we do that have true meaning for us are things that are going to scare us. They're going to make us feel uncertain. They're going to make us feel nervous. They're going to make us feel anxious. But we have, and if we allow ourselves to get stuck in that, we're never going to get anywhere. So it's like acknowledging that that's present, but being like, I'm going to do it anyway. I'm going to keep moving forward because I know who I am. I'm in my truth, right? Not the stories that other people or the world or society has told me about who I am, but who I truly am. I know who I truly am. I know why I'm here. Even if we don't know. And that's the thing, because we have so many people on here, right, who want to find their purpose, and perhaps they're feeling a little bit lost in that process. You know what your purpose is, right? Your purpose, everybody who watches this channel, right? This entire tribe, our purpose is to help uplift the frequency of the planet, to remember, right? Because we always were, to remember that we are God, we are sovereign, and we are free, and to live that. And the ways that we are meant to serve, because all of us are here to serve, that alone serves the collective, right? And all the other ways that we are meant to serve, they just naturally come from that when we allow ourselves to get to that place, right? And so it's like, we know what our purpose is. We may not know all the steps that we're going to take and how exactly it is that we're going to live that out and play that out. Although our lives give us the clues, right? Our struggles give us the clues. All we do is just keep moving forward. Just know that and live as that purpose person who has that profound purpose on earth, right? How do you think a person, a star seed, an infinite being of light who incarnated on this planet to assist humanity, how do you think that person lives? How does that person talk? How does that person carry themselves? Of course that person believes in themselves. We are the warriors of the galaxy, all right? There's a reason why I say light warrior instead of light worker, because that's what we are. Each and every single one of us, all of the beautiful sacred cosmic rebels in this tribe, that is what we are. That is who we are. So it's like 2024 is all about stepping into that, embracing that, and embodying that. And when we embody that in our thoughts, in our vibration, in the way we live our daily lives, everything evolves naturally from there. A lot of truth coming out in the world. Absolutely, Michael. And we're going to keep seeing that, baby. We are going to keep seeing that. Hello, Plune. Oh, I love you so much. I appreciate you. You're always full of such encouragement and so many kind words. Hello, Annika, beautiful. Thinking of fear is just a word. Exactly. Nothing. And that's true, not just of fear, right? But of anything. Tara makes a really good point. Fear has no power unless we give it power with our thoughts. Otherwise, it's just a word. It's a collection of syllables, right? That's it. That's all fear is. False expectations appearing real. That's one of my favorite definitions of fear. And where do those false expectations come from? The ego, the programming of the matrix, right? That's it. What if instead of expecting the catastrophic scenarios, we expected the best possible scenario? And I've been doing a lot of work with this lately, you guys. It's like I've come on here for years, right? And the words just kind of like flow through me, when I open up myself to channel the messages, right? And I understand a lot of this stuff in theory, but it's like really putting that energy into practice. It's like the profound shift that I've felt in my reality in just the past couple weeks has been like exponential. And I have been doing the Conscious Business Accelerator course, and I'm going to be doing the Full-Time Purpose course. And that definitely, I think, has been a big help in that, because it's reminded me, like, look at all this stuff that you're not putting into practice, right? That you forgot because you were going through that dark night of the soul and you lost touch with yourself. That energy that happens when we get ready for that next level up. I started forgetting who I was. I started forgetting that I'm an infinite being of light, that I'm living my purpose, and that everything is going to continue to work out and unfold as long as I do that, right? I started getting into that victim energy, that poor me energy, that like, why do I have so many challenges? Why did my soul, right? Because I almost said, why did God or spirit choose me to have such a big mission? But it wasn't God. It wasn't spirit. I chose it. Right? Each one of us, we are the ones that made this choice. When we talk about the chosen ones, we are the ones who chose. All right? Because we knew that we could do it. And so it's like remembering that, like aligning with that truth. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And so some guidance, we're going to see what spirit has to say about this. How do you feel guided to share your knowledge, Robin? Because remember, we all do it different kinds of ways. Some of us, we share it on a daily basis with the people in our lives, or random people that we meet that we allow ourselves to fall into conversation with, that maybe we plant a seed. You know what I mean? Some of us, we share it on a platform like this. Some of us, we there's like so many different ways to share our inspiration, to share our knowledge. So it's just like, where do we feel most called? And if we feel called in a certain direction and that direction scares the shit out of us, that is probably the direction our soul is meant to go, because that's how it's designed, right? Is the connection funky? Is anybody else having difficulty? Let me make sure that I revamped my little thing here. We have way better internet at my new house than we had at the old one. But it still sometimes, I think, can. So let me know if that's improved. Let me know if that's improved. If not, then I'll use a different medium. Yeah. All right. It's coming through better now. Perfect. All right. Let's see. What do we want to do? Let's get some. I'm feeling the Osho Zen deck again. You guys, I really need to I really need to study this a little bit. There's just so much to study and so much to learn in so little time, right? So that I know like what all the cards mean. Because they also represent like traditional tarot cards. Clear. It's just the way this deck is designed. It's difficult to it's not as obvious as the ones that like directly copy the Rider-Waite with different pictures. You know what I mean? So, but we still get the messages we need from it. I love this deck. So clear. Let's get some energy here. What does Spirit want us to know? And I'm really feeling this energy of like, as far as like connecting with our purpose and sharing our wisdom and knowledge, like what does Spirit want us to know about that unfolding path? And one thing that I'm learning that Spirit wants me to share with everybody is that your purpose is in direct alignment with what would bring you the greatest fulfillment in life. So what would bring you the greatest fulfillment? All right, because living our purpose is meant to do that, because we're meant to create that new paradigm where people are living in fulfillment, in joy and ease. So what does fulfillment look like to you? And how would that, I don't know, just looking at that energy today, what does fulfillment feel like? What does that look like to me? And how can I call more of that into my life through aligned action? All right, let's see here. So we have the outsider coming up here with adventure. So this outsider, right? This is like the energy that most of us have felt our entire lives. This is the energy of, it's like the whole starseed dilemma, right? Where we feel like we're on the outside looking in. We see all these people living, just living the life within the box that they've created for themselves, that the programming, the society, the matrix helped them to create, right? Subconsciously. Everyone living in this state of, you know, being, I guess we could say, for lack of a better word, right? Unawakened, unaware, unconscious of their own power. And sort of like watching this. And okay, what Spirit's saying is that a lot of us, where we've come to at this point, is that we've moved beyond that level, but we're still an outsider when it comes to the way that we look at all of this beauty that we know exists in the world. There's many of us who are still looking at this like we're an outsider. We're on the outside looking in. Right? Like, I know all of this beauty. I know all of this magic exists, but there's still something that I feel is blocking me, that I'm allowing to block me from directly experiencing that. That was interesting. Do you see how everything got dark for a second when I was saying that? And notice how it's a child here. There's a child on this card. So this is like our inner child. This is the childhood wounds that are preventing us from being able to really step into that. This is like the 5D energy. This is the ascension energy here, right? Then we have adventure here, though, and this is a child too, right? So this is like the two different versions of our inner child. This is the inner child that is careless and free. And this is when the programming starts to come in that causes us to place ourselves in the box and disconnect ourselves from the magic. You see how the gate's removed here? And we're just stepping right into the magic. And so what is your gate? What is this for you? For some of us, that's what this portal, this energy is wanting to make more clear to us. What is that gate that exists within our own minds, within our own psyche, within our own self? Yeah, you think I pissed off the algorithm, Galactic Elf? That's definitely possible. All right. One thing that was funny when we were doing one of the CBA live calls the other day was they had they were streaming it on Facebook Live as well, and Facebook kept booting. We were doing it over Zoom, but it was being streamed on Facebook Live, and Facebook kept booting it off for music copyright issues. There was no music playing, so it was interesting. Definitely that the AI software and all of that gets triggered sometimes, I think, right? It just means you're doing something right. I am God, I am sovereign, I am free. Exactly. So are you ready to step into the adventure? Are you able to look at life as an adventure, as this whole journey as an adventure? As this experience of being the outsider, of being the black sheep, of being the rainbow sheep, as an adventure, right? It's like, especially for those of us who felt like we were outcasts, who felt like we didn't belong. It's like, this is our time to shine, right? This is the time we're moving into the age of Aquarius, people. This is the time of embracing our weirdness, letting our freak flag fly, right? I love how you switch accounts, D. It's like the different flavors, the different shades of D. Yes, absolutely. Stop being so serious. Exactly. Sometimes we take ourselves so serious, and what comes out when I say that? Maturity and intensity. But playfulness is on the bottom of the deck. So it's like the balance of these energies. Can we balance out that intensity? Is there a way, right? And of course there is, to be playful, but still be mature, responsible, and allow that intensity to drive us. It's like this energy of allowing the intensity to drive us instead of burning us up. Having a way to channel that. And that's the energy of maturity. It's like knowing that I have all this intensity within me, this intense need, this intense desire to grow, to express, to create, to be free, to express. All right. And if I don't do anything with this, if I don't use this energy in the correct manner, right, it will burn me up. Like just think of a fire that's just burning and burning, right? That isn't being tended. But if I can channel that, you see how this intensity, it's like in the form of an arrow here. It's pointed. It's almost reminds me of like Sagittarius with the bow and arrow. It's very specifically targeted in a direction here. So it's that maturity of knowing that, and the maturity of knowing that I can be intense and playful at the same time, right? We have the ability, the capacity to be that. We have conditioning. Yeah, so this is what we're overcoming here. And notice how we said the black sheep. In this card, it's like there's a bunch of sheep and we're represented by the lion, right? But in this analogy, we're not eating the sheep, right? We're standing guard. We're holding the space, we're holding the energy, we're holding the frequency that allows the sheep to transform into the lions, to remind them that they are all lions. All right. Aqua Moon definitely talking to you, I bet. I wonder how close your moon was to that conjunction of Mars and Venus, which is still, they're still within conjunction range, I believe. 3 cards with balance. Absolutely. All right. This is the warrior. Right? But it's like knowing and understanding which battles are worth fighting and the most productive way to fight those battles, right? We fight with love. We fight with strength. We fight with compassion, with sovereignty. We're not just battling everything and everyone, because it's like really understanding. And this is like when we become the master alchemist, right? When we understand that truly most of the time what we're fighting is not outside of us, it's something within us. All right? We dismantle the matrix when we stop fighting ourselves. And we start loving ourselves instead. And then all the abundance trickles in. Practicing playful and intensity with nephews and nieces. Oh, yeah, I'm sure they can pick up on that energy. Absolutely, Dee. Abso-friggin-lutely. I'm thinking, too, do you guys want to do like a timeline shifting meditation? Is that something you guys would be into? I have to order another heart chakra singing bowl. My son was playing with mine, and he broke it, unfortunately. So I do have my third eye one still. So we could work with that, and just see where the energy takes us, right? Yeah, I think we should do that. Let's see if we have any final cards from this deck before we jump into that. We'll probably do a couple activation cards too, and then maybe jump into that meditation. We have sorrow and ripeness. And this is like the fruits that come from your greatest suffering. This is once again that energy of alchemy. And we talked about how February was a month of alchemy, right? So this is that energy right here. Turning our greatest sorrow, our greatest challenges into our greatest strength. That's the harvest. That's the energy of alchemy, right? Artists are alchemists. When they take their pain and they transmute it into something beautiful. Right? We're all artists in our own individual way, transforming our own pain through our healing process. And that's the fruit. That's the fruit right there. All right. And then we got the creator on the bottom of the deck here. Yeah. Clear. And I actually want to try something for shits and giggles. Thank you for whoever's watching on TikTok. Check me out on YouTube. I'm going to be signing off here in a second. I'm going to end this live stream on here today, but check me out on YouTube or Instagram if you want to continue following along. All of my social media channels are linked in my bio. I just want to try for this, as we're doing this meditation and everything too, I want to try going live, doing the simultaneous with the live on Instagram instead of TikTok, and just see clear. I feel like there might be someone on Instagram who really wants to do this meditation and this energy with us as we're talking about the leap day portal here. Clear. All right. And releasing that guilt. All right, I will talk about this before we pull some activation cards and get into the meditation here. That's a big energy here as well. There's this energy of forgiveness of self, forgiveness of others, and this is really going to allow us as we're shifting into this new timeline, right? To release that energy of shooting all over ourselves, that energy of wishing that we had done something differently or feeling like we hadn't done enough. And something really cool that I learned, and I forget who created it, but it's called the revision process. And it's this process of at night before you go to bed, allowing your higher self to bring you to whatever memory wants to be processed. It could be something from the day you just had, or it could be something from the past. And you literally take that memory, Bring it up into your awareness, and then you change it, almost like you're rewriting a story in your mind. You change it so that whatever it is that you want to have experienced was the experience that you had. It's really interesting way of kind of like beginning to reprogram your subconscious when you're in that theta state, in between being awake and asleep. I found I've had some really powerful practices with that. Clear. Yeah, we're going to do the meditation. I think we're going to do the meditation before we pull the activation cards. And hello to everyone who's hopping on Insta. All right. Going to be activating that third eye today as we move through this time traveler's portal, this leap day portal here. Here we go. Dragon down here. You can't really see him, but I have this massive rainbow dragon that sits next to me while I do the readings here. All right. So everyone, just take a moment, center into your heart space. We're going to be working with the frequency for the third eye, but we always want to be grounded in the root and the heart whenever we're doing any type of energetic work. We want to create the sacred container. I'm setting that intention, as I always do, that all of our beautiful, benevolent angels, team, and guides uphold a beautiful sacred space for us, assist us in connecting in with our heart space, connecting to the divinity within, the sacredness within. Connect with that, feel that glowing in your heart center. Feel into that knowledge. I am God, I am sovereign, I am free. And allow that to just radiate from your being, creating this beautiful force field of energy surrounding you, knowing that you are safe in that container. You are safe always, right? Your light is your shield. It is your guide. It is your protection. We're activating our light. I invoke the I am love light in me. I invoke the I am love light in me. I invoke the I am love light in me. We're going to call in some energy first, clockwise. Calling in energy, calling in our frequency, calling in our divinity. Feeling that third eye opening up and awakening along with the heart. Feeling the crown beginning to open. Allowing this beautiful high vibrational energy to flow through. Calling in a vision for our future, for our highest timeline. And you may not see a vision in your mind. You may just feel it. You may get an impression of it. Allow this vision to come to you however it wishes. Set that intention to align and connect with your highest self. However it is that version of you comes to you. It may come in the version of a song. Allow any messages your higher self has for you to come through in any way that it wishes. Know that you are activating, unlocking your ability, your clear senses, your ability to see, know, hear, feel, taste, smell, touch. To see, to connect beyond the parameters of normal perception, mundane perception. Now, as you were reaching out to that version of you, that highest version of you, as you were reaching out for that higher timeline, notice any fears that came up during that process. And as we play counterclockwise, we're going to release those fears now. We're going to release any fears, any limitations. Perhaps there was a block just on the edges of your consciousness that didn't fully reveal itself, but you could just feel it there. We're going to allow for that block to dissolve now, for that energy to dissolve. We're just going to surrender into it. And through the process of surrendering into it, we're going to begin to alchemize it. Feel that heaviness, that weight, that self-doubt, that criticism, whatever it is, feel it melting away in the presence of your divinity. Feel it releasing, feel the energy releasing from any of your chakras, your energy body, past, present, future. Feel it just melting away now. Every time you hear me ring the singing bowl, imagine the fear moving further and further away. And now once again, playing clockwise, calling in energy. We're going to call in that highest version of us, the most aligned version of us, our future self, our future 1 year self, we'll say. Call in that version of you. Imagine them standing not too far from you. Their back may be turned to you, they may be facing you, whatever feels right. And feel as they draw closer and closer. This is the version of you 1 year's time from now, who has made all the most aligned choices, followed their intuition, followed their heart's calling. Allow this version of you to come close, to perhaps stroke your cheek. If you so choose, if you so wish, invite them to merge with you. Allow yourself to feel what they feel. Allow any impressions, any messages to be transferred to you. Allow them to show you perhaps a glimpse of your future, of your highest timeline. And set that intention to merge with that highest timeline today. And ask your higher self to give you any guidance, any information you need that will allow you to take the aligned action necessary to continue on this trajectory towards this highest timeline. Allow them to give you a vision of yourself, of your life. And release any fear, any doubt, any trappings of the ego that want to come up. And call this into question. And if it feels good, just embrace it. Embrace it and know that this is you already existing in another dimension. You can call in this energy now. You can call in the opportunities and the experiences that will allow you to align and step into this timeline. And now if you are open, thank your year from now higher self. And call in the energy of your 5-year higher self. See them drawing closer, smiling, opening their arms and embracing you. And you may not see them, but you may feel them. It may just be a feeling. If that feeling feels good, embrace it. If you're feeling called to, embrace them. Allow them to impart wisdom, guidance, a vision, a blessing upon you. And now I invite you to craft a vision of your own. What vision spontaneously pops into mind? What desires, perhaps? What affirmations? What sense of fulfillment of purpose? Imagine your ideal life in this moment. Where are you living? What does it feel like? What does it smell like? What does your average day look like? Or what does your best day look like? Allow yourself full creative capacity here. Give yourself full license to create, to play in this energy. Know that your visions, your dreams, your aspirations are whisperings from your soul, guiding you down the course, the trajectory for your life. Allow your higher self to take your hand and lead you toward that vision. And state to yourself, I am aligned with my highest and best timeline. I am now living my highest and best timeline, and I know all the actions to take in order to continue to align more powerfully with this timeline every day. All right. Take some time to breathe that in, to breathe in that energy, and when you're ready, you can come back. Actually feeling called to guide everyone back a little bit. So imagine coming back into your body now, back into your space. 3, becoming more aware, wiggling maybe your hands and your toes, your feet. 2, sinking back into your body, feeling heavy and yet light and free at the same time, feeling centered, grounded. 1, opening your eyes, becoming conscious and aware. You're welcome, Annika. And I am going to be launching the Patreon group for everyone, the Cosmic Rebel Patreon, and we're going to be doing bi-weekly calls on there to start out. We'll probably transition at some point. We're going to start with bi-weekly. And this is the kind of stuff that we're going to be doing. We're going to be doing guided meditations, energy healings. I'm going to do some group energy healings. And we're just going to talk about the energies that are coming up and just be in a space together. So I'm looking forward to everybody who's going to join that. I will get the information on that out for people within the next couple weeks. I'm planning to kick that off for the equinox. I feel like that's a really powerful time to get that started. But yeah, my ears are still ringing. And it's very light energy. I don't know how you guys are feeling the energy, but it feels very light and ethereal to me. Robin had to go. So hello, Robin. I'm going to say hi to you now because I know you're going to be watching the replay. Hello, beautiful. I hope you enjoyed that as well. Eve, it's great to see you on here. Ooh. Oh, interesting. My voice did drop. Interesting. Yeah, I thought it was interesting. I rewatched the video and I noticed that like you could hear me differently when I was playing the singing bowl as to when I wasn't. I don't have a link yet, Annika. I will share that with you guys in the next couple weeks. I'm going to be creating that. And I'm stating it now so that we all know this is happening by the equinox. And I think when we start out doing the bi-weeklies, we're going to do them on the weeks of the new and the full moon. So we're in those energies. It'll be kind of similar, but it's going to be different from I used to do the moon ceremonies. And I know that we had a group that really enjoyed those. It's going to be similar, but different. And it's going to be, but we're going to be, of course, working with those energies that the full and the new moons provide for us. Yes, it is. There's going to be, I think, 2 different membership options, Dennis, but let me know if anybody needs assistance, especially if they live in a different country or something like that. I know the exchange rates are different, stuff like that. Just reach out to me. Always reach out to me. You know, it's all about knowing the value of what we have to offer and the energetic exchange of that. But at the same time, like, I don't want people who really truly feel a desire to be part of something to have that stand in the way. So, you know, we can work it out. We can figure it out. Yes, it does feel yummy, right? Beautiful energy. Absolutely. And so that's what we're doing, you guys. We're stepping into that highest timeline. We're going to pull some Gateway of Light activation cards. And then I think we're also going to pull, let's see here, Children of the Light, or Children of the Cosmos. This deck I was so excited about, and I've only used it a couple times. So we're going to pull from this deck as well. All right. So let's get a couple activation cards. I'm actually going to put this baby away. My goal is, of course, like I said, I have to replace my heart chakra bowl now because my son, I didn't think he would be able to break it with this nice soft, but you know, little boys, it's just, he hit that spot just right. And broke my heart. But, you know, we'll just replace it. It's easily replaceable, the bowl, that is. So we're going to do that one first, but then obviously I'm going to be, I want to have a full set so we can work with different energies when we have different gateways, when we know that different chakras are being activated. But I think the third eye and the heart are really powerful places to start always. And when we do the Patreon sessions too, I'll definitely also, like, if people have things that they want to talk about or flesh out or work on or work with, there will be obviously space for people to contribute. Like, what do we want to talk about? What do we want to dig into? What's coming up for us? It's going to be a really beautiful just space for us to connect in all those ways. Clear. All right. Hello, Tammy. You channeled the song Undone by Duran Duran. Interesting. I love it. I had a feeling music was going to come through for somebody. I just had that feeling. I think that's really cool. I'm going to have to listen when I'm done here, Tara. Yes, we're doing the activation cards on Leap Day. What activations are we receiving? What does Spirit want us to know here for Leap Day? We have Venusian Galactic Council coming out. Star Being Guides, answer the call, time to shine. I love this. And I love this energy here too with the Venusian Council, right? Because we have that conjunction still strong with Mars and Venus. So we have that beautiful blend and balancing of the masculine and the feminine, right? Coming in here. The feminine really coming into, it feels like an energy of where Mars and that masculine energy got that huge coronal mass ejection from the sun, all of that big injection of energy. Feels like it's like soothing and smoothing out that energy. You know what I mean? Like the feminine's coming in to support the masculine with this massive activation that our masculine energy is receiving. But this is all about answering the call and allowing ourselves to be seen, allowing ourselves to shine. So we're going to tap into this a little bit. Feeling something from this card, though. It's like definitely our individual teams of light as well coming through. And so this is the thing, like many of us who feel like we don't know what our purpose is at this time, right? If we're in that energy, pay attention because your team of light is sending, your higher self, your team of light is sending you really specific synchronicities, opportunities, and guidance. You just have to be willing and able to receive it and to recognize it is what I'm feeling here. Answer the call. There is a call. And you may not know, a lot of us think that we have to have the whole journey mapped up. No, it doesn't work like that. What is that one step, that one thing that is inviting you? that one adventure, that one mystery that's calling to you. That's what we want to pay attention to right now. That is the next step. Remember, I take one step, spirit takes 10. Right? All I have to do is show up. I don't need to know what the path is going to look like 25 steps down the road. I just need to know what's the next step that I need to take. So look for those opportunities. Look for those synchronicities. And for some of us, it's like a simple calling within our soul to try something new, you know, to take that class, to take that leap. For me, sometimes I share that the way that I got started. And so when I got started with energy healing and all the stuff that I do now, it was because I was looking for ways to manage my depression. I was, I don't know how many years clean, 5 years clean, I think I want to say, from drugs at that time. And I had moved to California briefly, and then I had moved back to Maine in the middle of the winter. It was really cold. It was really dark. I was living in this really depressing basement with these really unhappy people above us. And it was just a lot of really dark, heavy energy. And I tried going back on antidepressants very briefly, and the energy did not resonate with me at all. I did not feel good. It was just, it wasn't working. It wasn't working. I had like a really unpleasant out of body experience. And so I was like, okay, so I need to figure out something else. And so it was, I forget, it's like this convention that they do every year. I want to say it might be through Hay House or something like that, where they have all these different workshops that you can listen to on different types of energy healing modalities and different approaches to healing, health, and wellness. And so I started listening, and I started playing around with the EFT tapping, emotional freedom technique. It's actually a really powerful way to calm the nervous system and to rewire our fight or flight response. So I started playing with that and stuff. And then I was learning about all these different modalities, and I was like, oh, that sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. That sounds really cool. And me being who I am, instead of being like, oh, I want to go get a session on that and feel what that feels like, I was like, oh, I want to learn that. Oh, I want to do that. I want to do that. I want to do that. And so I got kind of overwhelmed in this energy of like, there's so many things that I'm interested in. There's so many things that I'm drawn to that sound fascinating. What do I do? What do I choose? And so finally, I was just like, Kassia, you got to just pick one thing. All right. And so I picked Reiki. And that is something that I teach, by the way. And if there are enough people who are interested, I would absolutely do like a group Reiki course, online Reiki course. So if that's something that people are drawn to, let me know, and we can put something like that together. Absolutely, because I am now a Reiki master teacher, as well as a Bell Vespita Grand Master teacher, which is the angelic healing that I do. That's really, really powerful. But it was just like, start somewhere, do something. And that was simple. It wasn't a huge investment of money or time, but it was something to get the ball rolling. And as soon as I did that one thing and I just made that one choice, everything else started evolving from there. So it's like, just do one thing. And you may not have a big sign that comes up in your face that says, do this thing, right? Your sign, your synchronicity may not be that. It may just be something that's been tugging at you that you just haven't taken the leap to do, that you haven't been taking the leap to learn. It might not even be that you're meant to learn it at this time. Maybe you're just meant to go and experience it, to book a session, to try some things. Or maybe it's something as simple as, spending more time out in nature. I don't know what it is, but just allow that. You know what I mean? Like, invite that energy into your life more. And for those of us who are being called to step up in some regard, go ahead and do it. Right now is the time. And it may not be, like I said, some crazy profound thing. It may just be allowing yourself to shine more in your everyday life. And I said just, and I didn't mean that. All right. Because that minimizes the impact and the importance of that. That is huge. Being able to shine, being able to share your light anywhere, in any situation. Because ultimately the goal is what? The goal is to be able to shine our light everywhere, in every situation. I see Vita over here on Instagram. I see some other beautiful people that I know. So I don't know if they're on still or not. I can't tell. But hello if you are. All right. How we do one thing is how we do everything. So just practice shining, just practice in everyday life. Practice just being in your truth. Just being in your own energy. Not putting on a facade, right? Practice following the little hits, right? So for some of us, that's where we need to start. It's like your intuition may not tell you like you're meant to be a spiritual coach. You're meant to do this. You need to go take this class. You need to go do this. Your intuition might be speaking to you in little ways like maybe you need to go to that store today instead of this store. Or you need to step outside right now for a few minutes. Or you're thinking about that, or might put a person in your mind. Maybe you're meant to call that person. And so it's like follow these little hits of your intuition. And the more you follow that, you'll start getting what we would call the bigger hits. And remember, a lot of times, like we're not going to get any of this if we don't take the time to meditate, take the time to quiet our minds, our spirits, and connect with ourselves. I used to always wonder why my psychic senses weren't developing when I wasn't doing anything to actively develop them. As soon as I got on YouTube and I started putting myself out there, the energy started to shift because I actually had an intention to be of service to another human being. Because when I wanted to hear guidance from my higher self, just to have somebody to talk to, just so that I to validate my my feelings, my beliefs, my knowing that I was psychic, like that was really just service to self. Like that wasn't doing anybody else any good. Clear. And nothing really came through. Right? It was like I was just expecting my intuition to open up while I was sitting on the couch watching Netflix and eating Doritos. Like that's not how it happened for me. So it's like answer that call, even if that call is about things that seemingly have no connection to this like big picture idea of like what we think we're supposed to do, right? Because we are all here. Being here on this planet is big, no matter what we are doing. Remember that second wave of volunteers, all they were meant to do is to come here and to shine their light, to be that lighthouse, simply by bringing their vibration to this planet. Self-care is the biggest mission of the second wave of light workers, of volunteers, right? Because that's how we maintain that vibration. So don't put so much pressure on yourself. That's that energy about not taking ourselves so seriously again. When we release the pressure to be or do something that we are determined to be big, that's when we actually open up the energy for that to be possible. Ooh, all right. Somebody's sharing their experience from the meditation here. And I love that Tara had a similar journey with Reiki, similar experience there. Michael. Yeah. I mean, a lot of us, it's the day to day. The day to day is what challenges me too. It really, really does. And having a child, the day to day becomes even more challenging. Sometimes I love him so much, but it's all that the daily maintenance stuff, right? That's that balance of the spiritual and the practical that we're here to master. And that's definitely an energy, my soul, being a Taurus sun with a Virgo moon and a Mars in Capricorn. Like my soul really came here to like figure out how to plant itself to fully incarnate, right? All right, so let's see. Being called to the sea to gracefully swim to the other side. I love that purification of the water energy, Eve. That's beautiful. Oh, I love that. Oh, that's beautiful. Connecting with the higher self like that in the water, transporting you to another place. So it's kind of like you were drowning in a sense. I mean, you weren't, you were swimming, but it was like your higher self came and sort of like transported you into the next vibration, the next energy. I love that, D. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I think that's a lot of people's. I'm not a big fan of tents. I'm a little more high maintenance than that. I'm a glamper, not a camper. But that energy of being at one and connecting with nature. I love nature. I just don't enjoy all of nature, like the little things that crawl around in the leaves. I'm not really into all of that. If we could have nature with no bugs, I would be in seventh heaven. Mm, yeah. That's beautiful. I love that, Eve. Do you feel like were they your children in this lifetime that you saw there? That's what I'm curious of. I love it. Beautiful. Then we have the Halls of Amenti initiation coming out as our last card with the Order of Melchizedek on the bottom of that. So this says mission uncovered, don't give up. So this is spirit reminding you, you are going through the initiation, you are going through the activation right now that will lead to the uncovering of the next phase of your mission and purpose. Because what do we always say on here? Our purpose evolves as we do. All right. You will receive that. You are receiving that, but it's like it's revealed in stages. All right. So if you're clear, if you feel like what Spirit's saying right now, and that's beautiful, Eve. I love that. So that was like a timeline from this lifetime. That's gorgeous. I love that. If your next phase of purpose, and I say it like this because like we're always living in purpose if we're living from our hearts, right? If that hasn't been revealed to you yet, then that simply means that Spirit wants you to focus on bringing more joy, bringing more bliss, bringing more playfulness into your life. Clear. That's it. Clear. And everything will evolve from there. All right, we're going to pull a couple of Children of the Cosmos Oracle cards to close here. Clear. What closing guidance do we have on this Leap Day portal? Elf is coming out of the shadows. I love it. Oh, I see. We're going to see your face. You're going to share your energy with us. I love it. I'm telling you guys, when you open up the floodgates of abundance and you invest in yourself, you invest in your path, you really make a commitment to your timeline. Like they just evolve. They just happen. Like as I'm filming on my phone here, I'm seeing messages from clients reaching out to me through my website. Like I've seen like 2 messages come through from people just during this live stream. And I just made that investment in my abundance today. So it's just so interesting the way energy activates. Did you awaken together? I love that. I love that. Yes, it's the time. It's the time. We're claiming that timeline. We're claiming that most abundant and prosperous and aligned and purposeful version of us, right? Absolutely. I have no problem. I will, when you put that picture, that picture of yourself on your whatever, your profile thing there, I will bust out my sunglasses for that. I have no problem doing that. TikTok makeup kind of freaks you out. I don't know. I have so much fun with the filters on there. I can't help myself. This YouTube, this keeps it really simple. There's none of that crap. It's just like here I am. Here we are. Riding it like I stole it. I love it, Eve. Except you didn't steal it, right? Because it was already yours. Oh, thank you, Plune. I mean, I'm going to take that compliment, but I'm also going to say you guys have never seen me without any. You've seen me close to not having any makeup, but maybe one day. Oh, thank you for that donation, Michael. All right, so we have celebrate being human coming out. Existence is a miracle. So that's that energy of being fully incarnated right here. That's that energy of looking at the blessing in this human existence. What can I do in this human form that I couldn't do in an etheric form? What enjoyment can I have? How can I play? Right? This is not a curse. This is a blessing. This is a gift. Spirit wants to remind us of that. This is the greatest gift that we could receive. You see the space, the cosmos up here on the top of this card? And that's being filtered down. That's like us, our higher selves, our higher form being filtered down into this earthly expression, being funneled, being channeled down into human form. And this is such a gift. The beauty of this planet is unparalleled. Right? And then we have vulnerability. Bare your soul. The world needs more vulnerability. And this is something that I've been learning too, the importance of this, of being vulnerable, of being open. The world doesn't want to see the you that you have put together because you think that it's going to be appealing. The you that's playing to an audience. The world wants to see the you that you truly are. Connection, compassion, empathy. Hello, beautiful. I see you there, Michelle. That's what the world needs more of. So this is all about allowing ourselves to be human, allowing ourselves to be vulnerable, allowing us to have ourselves to have this experience and to share this experience with others, to share our struggles, to share our triumphs and successes. It's time to be authentic, exactly awakened together. The freedom in authenticity. The freedom in not feeling like we have to protect ourselves, right? Like we have to wear armor against the world. Like, yeah, we want to make sure that we are sovereign in our energy so we're not taking on everybody else's crap. Like we all know and understand that. Like we're empaths too far along on this journey not to understand that. But at the same time, it's like surrendering to the earthly experience and being willing to share that journey with others, to inspire people in the way that only we can, right? We have connected to ancient lands coming out. There is a reason you feel called to specific places. So definitely taking those journeys, taking those pilgrimages, if you feel called to visit somewhere right now, there's activations, there's a level up for you wherever it is that you're being called to go or invited to go. I love you. I love you. Awaken. Is there a name that we can call you by, beautiful? I always feel so weird when I just reply to people's screen names. But yeah, this is it. If you've been called, this could be like a figurative trip or a literal trip, whether this is like a plant medicine ceremony, whether this is like a you actually going to a physical place, or even going, oh, Christina, beautiful, or even going like in your dream time. This is also not even like talking about major travel like that. This is talking about like just the little things that we were talking about, like, I really feel like I want to go check out that yoga class. Or even like, I really feel like I want to go to this different supermarket today. I did that the other day. Just to mix up, just to bring some spontaneity into my routine. Nothing really remarkable happened, but it was like me doing something different to mix up the energy. I got some different foods that aren't usually available at the general places that I go to shop, but other than that, but you never know. Maybe I had a little interaction with somebody that shifted the course or the trajectory of their day. I have no idea. Just knowing. So it's like, where are you feeling called to? Where are you feeling called to explore, whether it's in your immediate surroundings or in the broader sense? And I love that Michelle says over on Instagram, we can no longer deny our humanity. Absolutely. We come here, it's like we come here to experience being in human form, right? And then we run from it, and then we deny it, and we vilify it, and we rage against it. It's so funny, right? And that's all part of the human condition too. That's all part of the ego. That's all part of this imperfection that we came here to experience. Right? The duality. And we have the telepathy card on the bottom of the deck with the butterflies. And I feel like some people are seeing butterflies as signs right now. And they're also signs of your awakening psychic powers and capacities. And major heart, I'm feeling like heart, crown, and throat chakra activations here. Powers and abilities growing and amplifying. And if you are trying to figure out if something that you're experiencing is a psychic gift that's opening up for you, I feel like butterflies are going to be a sign or a signal to you that is accurate, or it's like confirmation from your higher self, your guides. So pay attention, watch for the butterflies. Then we have true freedom. Freedom to live your life exactly as your soul chose to. This is what we're all being called to step into. This is the timeline for each and every single one of us. This is our purpose, right? To break free from the matrix and to have that, to claim that freedom, to live our life exactly as our soul chose to. And how do we know how our soul chose to live this lifetime? By feeling into what resonates with us and what does not. Clear. Oh, thank you. I'm not sure who this is on my Instagram. I feel like people's usernames change and whatever, but it's somebody who used to know me, I think. Or probably maybe still does know me. I don't know. But they said I love who you have evolved into. Oh, hi, Rob. See, so there you go. That's the journey. That's the evolution. We're all constantly growing and changing and evolving. All right. And we're going to continue to do so. Always and forever. The only thing that stands in the way of us is ourselves and our own resistance. Wanting to hold on to the old, outdated version of ourselves. Allow yourself to grow. Allow yourself to evolve. It's scary sometimes because you become a stranger to yourself in that process, right? There are times where I look in the mirror and I have no idea who's looking back at me. And sometimes that's really scary, and sometimes that's really exciting. And we're all at this point in 2024 on this leap day, during this leap year, at the cusp of another major breakthrough, right? Another death and rebirth. Letting go of who we used to be so that we can open up into more of who we truly are, who we're ready to be now. All right. I think many of us going through this process, right, this awakening journey, I know I can speak for myself and say that I feel like I've lived at least 3 or 4 lifetimes so far. I've been 3 or 4 very distinctly different people. And that's ever changing and ever evolving. And I can't wait to see how many more people I grow into, how many more evolutions of myself I experience and express in this lifetime. Oh, thank you, Eve. Yeah. Yeah. And that is a great compliment. That's a beautiful compliment. Clear. So thank you for that. That made my day to hear that. That's really beautiful. Michelle says it used to feel like an identity crisis. Now I shed my old self daily and it's exciting. Abso-fucking-lutely. Clear. On a daily basis. All right. When we get really good at this process, when we really step into the role as the alchemist, right? We are literally dying and being reborn every single day. All right. That's embracing the unknown, embracing the change, just throwing ourselves into it. No other death. Only the metaphysical kind. Exactly. Tammy, yeah, relates to that. Absolutely. Just in this one incarnation. Right. And think about that. Think about the power in that. Because for centuries, we were incarnating into a lifetime and simply playing that one role until we died. There was no variation. There was no growing and evolving. You know that old saying, like, you can't teach an old dog new tricks, right? It was like, that was the old template. All right, this is the life that I joined. I'm going to just wake up every day and continue living in this perspective, in this existence. And yeah, maybe it might shift a little bit, but at the end of my lifetime, there's not going to be a whole lot of evolution. And then think about, and this speaks to the dynamic evolution and the ascension on the planet right now, right? That just in this one lifetime, those of us who've surrendered ourselves to this process have lived many, many lifetimes. It's like, we're not even waiting for physical death. We're just diving right into it. We're allowing that transformation. We are becoming that phoenix, right? Over and over again. We are getting, if in this one lifetime, what it used to take us multiple lifetimes and incarnations to achieve. That's how exponential the soul growth has become as we move through this ascension process. So the more times you can die and be reborn, the better. All right. Don't hold on to the you that you have been. All right. If you're feeling called to something else, if things no longer, patterns and habits and things no longer resonate with you, drop them, let them go. Let go of the story that that's who you are. You are an infinite being. That's not who you are. That's what you did. That's the story. Instead of saying who I am, wake up every day and make that a question. Who am I? What am I? What more can I learn about my true divine nature today? What more can my reality teach me about the truth of who I am? What lies can I release that I used to tell myself about who I am and what I am? How can I step into a deeper evolution of myself today? Think about yourself as like the new interesting person that you get to meet. And this is helpful for those of us who've been kind of isolated in our spiritual awakening too, because we may not get to meet a whole lot of new people. So let yourself be that new person that you get to meet today. Oh, absolutely, Michelle. You got it. You know it. You're on it. Oh, Julie, yes, you'll definitely have to check out the replay. We're getting ready to close up here, actually. It's such a big, big day, though. Right? Isn't it great thinking like that? And it makes everything that much more interesting. And it makes it that much more fun, right? Moving back into that energy of being playful. Clear. Ask and you shall receive. Divine blessings await you. This is the final card for us today. If you need help, ask. If you need guidance, ask. Something really profound that Matt Schaefer, who's one of the people that I'm working with in the Full-Time Purpose, one of the powerful quotes that he shared the other day that really resonated with me is that the teacher is always quiet during the test, or the teacher doesn't speak during the test. And I think this is really important. It really resonated with me. This is really something really important for all of us to understand, because I know when we're up leveling, when we're getting ready to kick things up a notch, when we're going through an initiation or an activation, that's when we're praying the hardest, right? And we're really wanting that guidance. We're really wanting to feel our whole team come through. We're wanting spirit, our higher self, to tell us exactly what to do and how to do it, right? And that is the time that our higher self, our guides, are often the quietest, because we're meant to remember that we have everything within us that we need. We have all the knowledge. We have all the wisdom. We know what to do. We have the skills. We have the capabilities. So it's like learning how to trust ourselves, to build that faith, not in the outside, but that faith within. The teacher never speaks during the test. All right, so if you're going through something right now and you're wondering where the hell your team is, where the hell your higher self is, why it is that you feel you're not getting any feedback, that's why. And trust me, if you just tune into yourself, your own intuition, your own higher truth, you're going to ace that test. You are acing it. Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. Spirits transformed life into things you never thought possible. Fucking men to that, right? Clear. This is also the energy though. So I went on that tirade, right? But this is also energy of like, ask for what you need. Ask for what you need from spirit. You're going to have to take the action to get it, right? It's not just going to drop into your lap 99 times out of 10, 99 times out of 100. We can go on with that, right? But you will be given the opportunities and the resources that you need in the timing that you're meant to receive it if you ask. So ask for help. Ask for help in the people around you. Ask for what you need. Use that throat chakra, people. Clear. There are blessings available, but they're only to those who show up for them. It's funny. So there's just throughout the day while I'm watching my son and stuff like that, when I have like a couple minutes, just as like a mind-numbing thing, sometimes I play this little game on my phone. It's so funny that this is coming through. And there's these team events sometimes, right? Well, it's like a team, but you're competing against each other. It's weird. For like different prizes or points or different things. And sometimes if I've been busy during the day and I haven't had an opportunity to play much, right? I'll go in and it'll have a little icon that says open. So I'll click on it to open the thing. And then it'll say no prize or no rewards without contribution. And it almost feels like I'm being chastised for not playing the game that day or something. And I'm like, whoa, I'm sorry. It said open. So I opened it. But it's like that idea. That's what Spirit's telling us, is no rewards without contribution. Like, we want to pray and we want to ask for what we need, but we also need to show up for our own lives. Thank you for that donation, Annika. You're so beautiful. I appreciate you so much. Yeah. Yeah. I love it. I love you all. I honor you. I respect you so much. Thank you for being here with me today. I am actually going to get going. I think that was like our closing guidance there. But clear. Use this portal. Redo that meditation if you want that we did earlier. Create your own meditation. Just go within. Use that power of visualization, especially before you go to bed tonight. I'm setting, I don't even go there with that. I set the intention. I am waking up. I will wake up on my highest timeline. I am now aligned with my highest timeline. Right? Just declare that, know that I am God, I am sovereign, I am free. I am aligned with my highest and best timeline. Spirit, show me the signs. Give me the opportunity to act upon the inspiration and the intuition that I receive in order to enact the type of change in my life that I wish to see, that most benefits me for the highest good of myself and mankind. Something like that. Play around with it. But make some powerful statements today. Use some powerful visualization. Know that you are aligning. You are aligned with that highest timeline. And act as the person who is in that perfect alignment. All right? Vibrate. Think, speak, live in perfect alignment with that timeline. Clear. Yes, you're so sweet, Annika. I appreciate you so much. Oh, Tammy too. I'm looking forward to connecting in a few days here. Exactly. Dee says, I am the oracle. All answers exist and reside within me. My soul knows my path. Amen, you guys. That's it. Oh, the stars are aligned. It's just a question of whether we are, right? I love you all. Thank you, Tara. Thank you, Eve, Michael, Dee, Tammy, Annika, everybody who's here with us. Thank you, Rob and Michelle, whoever's left in the Instagram chat right now. Julie, you guys are amazing. Christina. Oh, I love you all. I love you. I appreciate you so very much. Once again, thank you for that donation, Annika. You're so sweet. Clear. I'll talk to you guys very soon. All right. Goodbye to everybody on the replay. And Michael, I know you love the crystal cards. We're going to pull one. We're going to pull a closing crystal card. I'm not going to read the whole thing. Clear. But we are going to pull a closing crystal card here for this Leap Day portal. What crystal wants to support us today? As we're moving through this leap year and this leap day portal, what crystal wants to support our energy? And I'm going to try to get a zodiac sign reading done tonight too. Do you enjoy the zodiacs when I do the zodiacs? Is this for my people on YouTube? And someone shout out, if you do, shout out one zodiac, one that I should do tonight. I'll let you guys decide. Hello, Jamie, beautiful. Great. You hopped on right at the right time. If you say Leo right now, it's yours. Yeah. All right. I'll do Leo. I'll get more of them out though. They're intended to be timeless. It's just too much pressure to try to do monthly or weekly or whatever. So they're just the timeless zodiacs. You know what I mean? Tapping into the energy and just know, like, we all have everything in somewhere within our charts. So there could be something that resonates. If the title resonates with you, if you're pulled to the energy of it, then there could be a message in there for you. Oh, you were waiting for Leo too. And then I see a Libra, so I'll keep that within my scope as well. Pisces, I just did. Yep, Pisces is up. All right, so we have 3 crystals, Michael, coming out here. We have Peridot, the bringer of joy. So this is that energy. Remember, we're talking about tapping into our joy, our playfulness, our bliss. That's going to assist with that. And that heart chakra, right? Then we have Pearl, purity. Purity, this also feels like it's connected in with that energy of vulnerability and innocence that we were talking about. And then we have Tanzanite, angelic messenger. So this is activating that crown chakra, connecting us to that higher messaging, those higher realms. And Celestite, knowing. So this is really about working with amplifying those psychic senses. And under that, we have Zircon. So for anyone going through powerful life changes right now, which many of us are, right? As we're shifting these timelines, Zircon is going to be a really powerful guide, as well as Tiger's Eye for balance, restoration, protection. Peridot, your birthstone. Oh, perfect. That'd be a strong one for you to work with then. I love that. All right, you guys. We're going to call it clear. Love you. Appreciate you. I have that setting that intention to get that Leo reading out tonight, and I will have, of course, Libra and then Gemini, Scorpio on the brain as well, holding intentions. I was going to do Taurus probably because I'm a Taurus, but clear. We'll do Leo. The moon is made up of a lot of peridot. That's fascinating. I did not know that. Interesting. Clear. See. Oh, hello, Emma. Yeah, we're just closing up, but it was a really great live stream today, so definitely check it out. Definitely really good stuff coming through today. Really powerful. Oh, I missed the joke, Eve. What was the joke? Sounds like it was a little inappropriate, which is perfect. Oh. Yes, coming in and out of sleep, that's when you're in that theta brainwave. All right. Okay, guys, clear. I'll talk to you all soon. Love you. Have a beautiful, clear, powerful leap day, and I'll talk to you soon. Oh. I'll deal with that in a second. All right, guys. Love you. Bye.